Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to get tulips planted because it is almost Christmas and that's the time to do it here in Arizona. I ordered these bulbs from Holland Bulb Farm on September 29th and they came within like less than a week. So these have been in my refrigerator since then. I'm going to open these up and inspect them all and make sure nothing is rotten or gross. And I will put pictures of the varieties I got up somewhere on the screen for you to see. And then we will go over into the garden and plant them. This is a pastel mix. It was a value bag. They had it on sale. So this is, I think it's 50 bulbs. Yeah. And then these ones, there was a sale. These are parrot tulips. And there's 10 bulbs in here, and the bags were buy one, get one free. So I got 2 of those. So I'm going to plant 72 bulbs, which just seems crazy to me, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it. They say on there, planting depth 6 to 8 inches and plant spacing 4 to 6 inches. So they're kind of similar to a garlic in that way, I guess. I guess a little deeper than garlic, but same spacing. A few of the bulbs have spots on them that look kind of gross, but there's nothing squishy or gooey or anything in there, so I think it should still probably grow fine, and I'm still going to put it in the ground. This one is squishy, and it has some mold, so I'll put that one in the trash. Or maybe I'll just set it aside. This one's mushy too. Maybe I'll set it aside, and if there's extra space, I'll plant it just to see what happens. There's another one that's kind of moldy, but it's not smushy. I always like to err on the side of try it anyways and see what happens. Because if you don't try, you get nothing. And if you do try and it fails, at least you tried. This one's really gross. So I'm making a bag of potentials to try it if there's space, and then I'm putting the rest of them back in the box that look good. And I'm not keeping the 2 varieties separate. I'm just gonna plant them all and see what happens. These ones all look really good. See there, no discoloration, and they're covered by the skin still. Nothing weird going on in those ones. Some of them don't have the skin, but they still look fine. Look at how nice these look. Nothing funky on these ones at all. This one's starting to grow something out of the bottom. From my limited experience, meaning I grew 4 tulips last year, you plant root side down and pointy side up, just like garlic. Alright, so out of the bag of 50 of the pastel mix, there's only 1 that looks kind of funky that I'm going to put in the extra bag. And out of the parrot variety, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 20, so 2 bags of 10. So I would say that the pack of 50 did a little bit better as far as in the fridge, but let's see how they do in the ground. Alright, I have gloves and I brought the shovel, and yeah, let's just do this. I tell you what, these Dollar Tree little wire waste baskets are so good for so many things. I originally bought them to cover seedlings in the spring so the birds and the rats wouldn't eat them. I also use them as harvest baskets, and I use them for soil sifters for seed starting, and I use them for this obviously, so they are a pretty nifty little thing to have around.
We wish
that's about 6 inches. Planting depth said 6 to 8 inches, so I'm going to start laying them in the bed now. I am putting them closer together than recommended because I can. I'm not saying you have to do it this way in your garden, but I'm just showing what I'm doing. And if it works for you, do it. If it doesn't, do it differently. Alright, I do have room for these questionable ones, so I'm going to put them around the outer edge. That is all the bulbs in, so let's get them covered up now. There we have it. I filled the soil right up to the rim because it's going to settle a little bit, but it said to bury them about 6 to 8 inches, so that's what I did. I put these baskets on here just to keep the drip line in place. I have some new pins in the house to hold that down, but I don't want to go look for them right now. My next task brings us to the other side of the garden, where we're going to have another use for one of these baskets. I would like to do a harvest on these Jerusalem artichokes. I plan on pretty much just planting them right back where they were, but I'm really curious to see what's in there. So I'm going to dig them out. I'll put some soil into here, and then I will sift it over my wheelbarrow that has sweet potato soil in it right now. And then we'll see what we get. And then we'll probably fill the pot right back up and plant them again. I also need to be careful with my shovel not to stab any or chop any artichokes that might be in there. These aren't artichokes like the globe artichoke you would find at the grocery store. These are called a Jerusalem artichoke or a Sunchoke. And they are a tuber. And I think they're called artichoke because they taste like artichoke. I've yet to try one, but they look like this. Maybe I'll take that one in and try it and plant a bunch of the little ones out. But yeah. I have also heard these referred to as fartichoke, because apparently there's a compound in them that causes people to be a little gassy. There's a variety of sodas out there. It's not just one brand, but it's like the Poppy and Ollie Pop are sodas that have one of their ingredients is an extract or something like that made from the Jerusalem artichoke. So if you're a person who can tolerate those, then your digestive system would do just fine eating some of these. These are really small. This is about the size you probably would want for harvesting. I pulled a couple last week just out of curiosity, and they were like this big with several of these knobs and then just like dirt caught in all of the nooks and crannies. I brought them in the house intending to try them, and they ended up being smushy after like a day and a half. So I probably should have stuck them in the fridge. Now I know. But they're going to be compost. I might try to plant them again. We'll see. But I have not tried them yet, is what I'm getting at. I think anywhere that there's a little nubbin like that, they'll grow new sprouts. So, keeping all of the little ones, and I'll put them all back in the dirt when I'm done. I just love digging things out of the dirt. I think after this we'll go see what's in that jicama pot. Poke around in here a little bit and see if there's any more. There was one down at the very bottom of the pot. They're definitely fun to grow. You can imagine if you were to grow them in the ground or in a bed, they would live there forever because there's no way you're getting every single one out. I'm going to mix in a couple scoops of dry wood chips just out of the walkway, because this soil down at the very bottom is really compacted, and I don't want it to plug up the drainage holes in the bottom of this pot. All right. that's good. I'm going to get this pot filled back up, and then we can look at what we've harvested and decide what we're going to put back in. See, we have it mostly filled back up. I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the tulips and then just spread them around and cover them up with soil. But here is our harvest. Got a few good sized ones in there. Maybe 3. And a whole bunch of little ones. What I'm going to do is just spread these out over the top. And I'm going to do it with my right hand because I'm not left-handed. Yeah, that looks good, and that leaves me with 4 big ones to take inside and to try. And I'm going to put them in the refrigerator this time so they don't get gross. And I'll make them with Christmas Eve dinner tomorrow. But I'm going to get these ones covered up, and then we'll move on to our last project that we're going to do, because I want to see what's in that jicama pot. Okay, here we are at the final project for this video. We are at the jicama pot. This is my plastic snake. Don't worry, he's not scary. He won't bite you. We are going to dig in there and see what we have. I brought the wheelbarrow and the sifter with me, but I think I'm just going to dive in with my hands and follow the vines down into the ground to see what we have. First things first, I want to save all of these in case any of the seeds inside end up being viable. I feel something. Look down in there. There's jicama down there. Wow. Look at that. That is so cool. That was a little smaller, but still great. There's another vine going now, so there should be another one in there. Oh, there we go. That looks so good. Oh, dang it. I didn't want to do that. There's one more vine. There's another little one. That's so exciting. I'll break this one off the top so I don't peel part of the actual tuber. Now I get to poke around to see if I missed any. So it looks like the way these are growing is 1 tuber per vine. But I'm still going to dig around a little and see if I missed anything. there's nothing else in there. But that is pretty awesome. I'll put them over here so we can look at them. Big one. A little one. A medium one. Another little one. That is great. I'm gonna put those, we'll put our sunchokes in there too. We will be having roasted sunchoke and jicama for Christmas Eve dinner tomorrow. That's exciting. And I didn't have room over in the tulips for those kohlrabi that I said I would like to plant. So what I'm going to do, probably not today, but I'm going to put those ones in here. And I'm going to move this pot over next to the other green stalk so I can access this onion bed a little better. But yeah, I'm glad to get these out. These are pretty awesome. And hopefully some of those seeds are savable so I can grow some more. And if not, I'm pretty sure I still have the seed packet. But definitely going to be growing more of these in the future. I hope you enjoyed my tuber video today, I guess, with tulips and sunchokes and now the jicama. This is a tuber video. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you all have a safe and Merry Christmas and happy holiday, whatever other holiday you may celebrate. Happy Hanukkah. And I hope you come back to join me in the next video. Bye.